Hi guys, hopefully you're all doing well this new year. Maybe you have some New Year's resolutions that you're trying to achieve, and I hope that those are going just fine for you. Now, I for once have some New Year's resolutions of my own. I'm usually not the one to do New Year's resolutions, but this year I want to be humble and admit that I have some faults of my own that I need to fix and just become better at recognizing what needs to be done. So this year is, I don't want to sound like, but I want to say this year I want to accomplish some stuff and do that by being true to myself, being honest. And yeah, honesty is a big one for this year. So with that, I feel like you have to be honest with yourself and admit when stuff is actually going wrong and fix it. So yeah, no point lying to yourself. So what is the topic of today's video? Well, yesterday I went to the sauna, and the sauna is not particularly big. I mean, there's only like 5 people in it. I usually like to go to the sauna before I go to sleep. So 2 hours before I go to sleep, I go to the sauna just to wind down, clear my head, and put myself through a little bit of hardship. Being in the sauna is not a comfortable feeling, especially when you're there for like 25 minutes or 20 minutes even, and then go into the cold shower afterwards. Even though the contrast is nice, the hot and cold is nice at the start, but if you stay a little bit longer in the cold shower, it tends to be quite uncomfortable. Same for the sauna. It's nice at the start, but your body then tries to make you leave, but you kind of stay because you have willpower and all of that, discipline. And yeah, you put yourself through that little bit of hardship to then give yourself some contrast, to make the good things in life good and to recognize that they're good. So, in this sauna, a few people were there that, we had a nice conversation with. So, the conversation started off complaining about Ireland and how it's not suitable for taking on all of the migrants, that it doesn't have the correct infrastructure in place to facilitate everyone. And then it turned into a conversation about how easy life has become in the recent years and how much or how little discomfort we feel. Because, back in the day, I may sound like, I can't say about back in the day because I was literally a baby, but I'm aware that back in the day, things were a lot tougher. Things were a lot more testing. And getting by was a lot more difficult. Like, you didn't have the things in place to rely on. Like, you really had to rely on yourself. And you really had to work hard to actually do something, to actually achieve something. And nowadays we have this comfort so easily. We're able to put ourselves into the comfort zone very easily. But back in the day, back in the day, I feel like you really had to work hard to even achieve this comfort zone, to be comfortable, because I feel like you just had to constantly work hard to even get close to comfort. Nowadays, everything is tailored to you. We have an abundance of comfort. We have an abundance of things that we can get, purchase to make us feel good, or even temporarily feel good. Clothes, materialistic items, technology, to achieve this temporary sense of fulfillment, temporary sense of happiness, that all put us into this comfort zone. And this is very, very easily attainable these days. If you're earning anything like an average or minimum wage in today's day, once you have a roof over your head and you have a few other things that you can take care of, like food and heating, you can achieve comfort quite easily. And this is a big problem, because through comfort we don't really grow. And if you know anything about growth, you need to realize that to grow you need to put yourself through a little bit of hardship. And when I say a little bit, I mean a lot. So Yeah. And hardship. If we know anything about hardship, we realize that not many people like to do hard things, and that doing hard things scares people. And I'm one of those people that doing hard things scares. Whenever you finish college, school, or work, or whatever you do during the daytime, and you come back home, all you want to do is relax. All you want to do is put up the feet, turn on the television or anything else, like any other pleasure source, like media or TV, like anything, movies, something that is very easy to consume, and just relax. Eat food and not worry about the next day until it comes. And usually, if we have anything like work, school, or college, we get used to this environment quite easily because we're there so often, we're there every day. And as humans, we just get used to our environments very quickly. So, being the environment, work, school, or college during the day, we get used to this environment, and then we create another comfortable environment after we are finished with that environment. So we never really leave our comfort zones. We never really test ourselves with any new environments. And this is a big problem, because this is a big factor for why you are not growing in life, for why you are not achieving the things you want to achieve. You turn into this dreamer that just dreams about doing things, that just dreams about, oh, I want to achieve this big project, and all you do is make plans in your head on how you're going to achieve it, but never really put one foot forward in order to actually make any progress. You're just daydreaming. And daydreaming, we have a lot of daydreamers in the world. And again, I'm one of those daydreamers that doesn't like to put their foot forward in order to achieve things. I try my best. I really try. I combine the discipline that I've achieved during my life and the willpower, by doing the hard things on purpose to help me to do the hard things that I don't feel like doing, like making videos or, editing or anything else, like maybe researching different topics for videos or doing coaching calls, certain things you don't really want to do. But you realize that once you have those things in motion and you actually get the ball rolling, things improve in your life and you achieve this sense of purpose that is really, really good. Especially for a man, a sense of purpose is... There's nothing better than a sense of purpose, a sense of fulfillment. From doing something difficult that makes you feel like you've accomplished something. Now, there's no better feeling than that feeling. And to achieve this feeling of accomplishment, fulfillment, this sense of purpose, you really need to do some hard things. So, you're in this comfort zone, you're in this environment during the daytime that is comfortable because you're used to it. You do it every single day. You maybe go to the gym, you put yourself through some discomfort there, for like an hour, and then you come back home and you put yourself through more comfort. You kick your feet up, turn on a TV show and binge watch that while eating some junk food. Now, this is a recipe for disaster. Even though you go to the gym and put yourself through some discomfort there, this is not enough. You have 24 hours in a day, and 1 hour being uncomfortable is good, but it is not enough. You need to really, really figure out, what are you scared of in life? What terrifies you? What are you scared of in life? Whenever you think about that thing, what makes you scared? Is it the cold? Is it the severe heat? Maybe is it a particular environment that you're scared of? Is it socializing with people? What scares you? Now you need to figure these things out, because this is what you need to do more of. Because this is discomfort. This thing that scares you is discomfort. And if you go to this discomfort on purpose, well then you're going to get better at doing this thing that you're uncomfortable doing. This thing that you're scared of doing will not scare you anymore. This thing will become another comfortable place. In a few years, maybe a few months, depending on how uncomfortable or how scared you are of this thing. Now it will become comfortable. And now again, you have to recognize and go through the same whole scenario. What are you scared of? And repeat the cycle. Keep doing things that terrify you. Now, see, for me, I put myself through these uncomfortable situations on purpose. I go to this heat that is constantly uncomfortable, the sauna. Constantly uncomfortable. You cannot get used to being comfortable in the sauna. It's impossible to become comfortable in this situation because your body completely refuses to be comfortable. If you stay there for 20 minutes, you're going to be uncomfortable, and that's it. Cold water, even though I've been doing cold showers, like going to cold showers and, taking all of these cold therapies for a good few years, well over 5 years, I am not comfortable doing these things. I have never become comfortable doing these things. It's like I go to the cold shower, and it's like the first time every single time. You never get used to it. And I do that on purpose because I'm putting myself through the discomfort to then be able to recognize what is actually good in my life. Because we have contrast, there's a balance. If you're in a constant state of comfort, then the discomfort is really going to affect you. The same way, if you're in a lot of discomfort in life, and that's why I do a lot of it, that's why I put myself through this discomfort on purpose, because then you can really recognize what is comfortable and what is nice in life. Think about it. If you are in a lot of pain during the day, you're like spending 23 hours, now this is extreme, now this is unrealistic, but let's say, just hypothetically, you're spending 23 hours a day doing shit you don't like literally doing shit you don't like, and putting yourself through this discomfort on purpose. And then something happens and you have an opportunity to feel comfortable. Now this comfort will feel blissful to the point of, wow, this is fucking amazing. Now, that's why you want to put yourself through this amount of discomfort, because then the good things in life will really feel good. If you're spending time with a person and this person is particularly pleasant to be around, then you're really going to enjoy that experience of being around that person, and you're going to be present. You're going to be enjoying the time with that person, and this goes for everything. If that 1 hour of the gym, if you put yourself through so much discomfort, like literally going to the gym can turn into comfort if the things that you're doing are more uncomfortable than the gym is. Now this 1 hour that you spend at the gym can become the best thing that you do. This is like, if you're in prison for 23 hours during the day, then this 1 hour of freedom will feel like, the best thing that ever happened to you. And this is what you want to do on purpose, even though it feels like shit. Suffering. What you want to do is suffer on purpose. And not many people can have that mindset. But once you have that mindset of suffering on purpose, then I promise you, you're going to achieve whatever goals you want to achieve. Because you're suffering on purpose. And whatever stuff comes your way, whatever discomfort comes your way that you didn't choose, like let's say something really nasty happens in your family. Let's say something nasty happens in your work. Let's say you get fired. Let's say something else bad happens to you. This is not going to affect you as much because you're putting yourself through this suffering, through this discomfort already. So it's not going to affect you. And if you keep putting yourself into this comfort zone on purpose all the time, and you seek comfort by buying better shit all the time, by materialism, let's say you're in the shop, you're in the shopping center, you keep on buying new clothes every day, you keep on chasing this hedonism, going through this, hedonistic treadmill, like nothing is ever enough. Let's say you're watching fucking pornography, or you're watching too much TV shows, you're constantly trying to get pleasure anywhere. You're constantly trying to get pleasure. This is not good for you. What's going to happen is, if something bad is going to happen in your life, you're really going to feel it. This is going to put you in such a negative place that it's going to become borderline dangerous for you to be in that negative place. It can trigger some bad shit to happen. If you're in a constant state of comfort, you're not going to be good. You're going to feel miserable. And that misery might just be the last thing that you need in life. So, yeah. Things are too easy in life. too easy in life nowadays. We are experiencing too much comfort, and the world is built in a way that this comfort is slowly killing us. We're unable to achieve anything in life if we keep living this way. So, to summarize, just keep seeking discomfort. Put yourself through suffering on purpose in order to feel actually human, in order to feel emotion. Comfort does not evoke emotion, because you get used to comfort and then you stop appreciating it. You take it for granted. And when you take things for granted, let's say a relationship or anything else, then it starts to become not meaningful. You take it for granted, you don't appreciate it, it's not meaningful anymore. You really want to put yourself through suffering on purpose, whatever suffering means to you, because we all suffer in different ways. We all have different things we are afraid of in life. Let's say I'm afraid of water or, heights. I have to put myself through that on purpose. Go to a cliff and jump into deep water. Over time, step by step, gradually increasing the discomfort to eventually make it comfortable and then switch. This is my message for today. Again, Happy New Year to everyone. And hopefully I got through to some of you, and hopefully this made sense. Stay honest with yourself. Be honest with what you're afraid of. And only this way you can improve in life. As always, peace.